Happy Sunday, everyone. Okay, you guys, I'm halfway home. Well, maybe not halfway home, but anyways, I took a little break. But as I was on the drive, as I'm still on the drive, I got to think, because, sometimes when you're alone, with your thoughts, sometimes you really think clearly. So, I was pretty upset as I was driving, okay? Really upset, okay? So, there's a lot of things I'm upset about, okay? So, when you come to other states and you see different things and stuff like that, and you're headed home and you think about all the nonsense that transpired in between 2020 and now, it kind of pisses you off. So, let me tell you guys what pisses me off. So, in 2020, right, what really pissed me off? Let me tell you what really pissed me off, other than the fact that the buildings were fucking burning down, on the streets of Minnesota where I grew up, was born and raised. You guys have so much on my mind, and I really want to get it off my chest in this video. Okay, so one of the things I noticed after Lake Street burned down, and I guess a couple other places burned down as well. But my focus was on Lake Street because when I was younger, our family used to, walk down those streets or take a bus down those streets, either to the grocery store or whatever, right? We did that. Like Minneapolis, South Side was where we lived, okay? So one of the things I noticed, this is one of the things I noticed. When me and my sister were cleaning up Lake Street in 2020 from Cedar to Lake Street, Chicago, one of the things that we noticed was there wasn't a lot of black folks out there, right? So that really pissed me off. I was irritated by that shit. I was really irritated because, a lot of the black folks and white folks, and every other race there is, were facilitating the nonsense that helped, get Minneapolis, Lake Street burned down. So it really pissed me off. And another thing that pissed me off about it was a lot of those people that were talking all the nonsense that helped Minneapolis get burned down ain't even from here. So that Minnesota, because right now I'm not in Minnesota, but it really pissed me off because I'm thinking to myself, y'all wouldn't do that where you came from. You wouldn't. And a lot of the things that I seen as we were cleaning Lake Street is I seen cars from, I don't know, everywhere. California. Just all over the place. Driving down the street, Lake Street, like it was a fucking party. And it wasn't. Lake Street was burned down, okay? So I'm thinking, all these folks from other places, our city is burning down that we helped to clean up. Me and my sister were some of the people that were out there helping to clean it up. It still looks a mess, just so y'all know. It still looks a mess. Lake Street still looks a damn hot-ass mess. And let me tell you what I seen. I don't know, a couple months ago, what I seen was, because it's still out of control. So I seen this lady, right, on Lake Street in Chicago, and she was standing on the corner. She was standing on the corner, right? Breasts hanging out, everything. Like she was at the motherfucking strip club. You know what I'm saying? Just breasts hanging out, everything. And I'm thinking, you know what? This is not the Minneapolis that I'm accustomed to. Okay, so maybe y'all folks in other states are accustomed to that nonsense. I'm not. I don't like it. And since 2020, Minneapolis has been going, wild. Okay? Been going wild. And another thing I noticed in 2020 was a lot of people from Minnesota didn't get to talk too much. It seemed like it was everybody else talking but people from Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I was really pissed off. I was so mad. I'm like, take that bullshit back to where you came from. That's how I felt. I'm just going to keep it 100. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all from other states came to Minnesota for a reason. There was a reason you came here. Why you hate it so much. Why you hated it so much, okay? So, a lot of Minnesotans didn't get a voice because we kept on hearing people from other states. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, before you come here talking about what's wrong with Minnesota, maybe you should clean up where you came from. That's my feeling about it. And another thing I want to talk about, because I said it on my page, about restorative justice and restorative practices. Let me tell you guys something, okay? So, as I said before on my page, my first field of study is human services. So I've studied psychology, I've studied all types of shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to be, and on top of that, I don't have to be educated to know what it is, okay? I can pick up a book. I can look at the community and see what's going on. So, I drive a school bus, right? And that's my choice. And I've done it for 8 years now, right? And oftentimes, I like to try to go back into social services. And a matter of fact, I did. I did. But, everything is so woke nowadays. Sometimes I feel like, damn, is it safe? Because everybody's so woke, right? And people act like they don't have common sense. And it just irritates my soul. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to stay away until somebody acts like they have some common sense, because it really irritates me. It irritates me. So back to restorative justice and restorative practices. It only works if the person, if the people, if the children, if the adults that you're trying to, lend this service to, if they'll accept it from you, right? They might not accept it because of the color of your skin. They might not accept it because they don't trust you. They might, there's all kinds of reasons, right? There's all kinds of reasons why the restorative practices and, justice might not work. They might just not want to be bothered, okay? They just might not want to be bothered with that. You know what I'm saying? So, and as, someone who is in the community, maybe not in the way that some of you are, but when I see what I see, I'm like, some of that shit ain't working. It's not. It's not working, right? And that's a fact. So, depending on who you are, who's delivering that service, it's not going to work. Sorry. It's just not. And you guys can pick up any kind of psychology book and look, all those philosophers and, woo, 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 whatever you do. If the person delivering the service isn't effective to the one that's supposed to, receive it, if that person isn't effective, it's not going to work. That's just what it is. And let me tell you another thing that pisses me off, okay? So I noticed that, and I'm going to name a couple politicians here and a couple of public officials. So, and then I'm going to name my cousin, the former chief of police in Minneapolis, right? Okay, so this is what I noticed. Now, when he had that position, some of y'all were so ready to get rid of him, defunding the police and all this other nonsense that y'all was doing, right? That wasn't helpful, because it actually backfired. And so y'all couldn't wait to get him gone, right? You couldn't wait to get him gone. Now, granted, my cousin is from Minnesota, from here, born and raised, okay? And some of y'all couldn't wait for him to leave, right? You couldn't wait. So now you get another chief, right? And you don't like him either. So some of y'all just not damn satisfied. And it really irritates me, okay? It irritates me. Because when you had what you wanted, you didn't want what you thought, you know what I'm saying? You didn't want it. So now you get something else and you act like you don't want that shit either. What do you people want, okay? Because let me tell you what was going on while my cousin was in office, okay? So his mom got on stage and got to talking about, my cousin wouldn't answer the phone for her, right? Because she knew that she was worried, right? She was worried about her son. Now, I know some of y'all don't have sons. That was the loudest. Y'all just had the loudest mouths ever, and you didn't have sons, so you didn't know what was going on. But my auntie and my uncle was worried about him, right? They were worried about him. So while y'all was clowning in the streets, the biggest mouths in 2020 and all that nonsense, and half of fuckers weren't from here anyway. You weren't even from Minnesota. A lot of the people that I heard in 2020, you're not even from Minnesota, right? And personally, I was sick of hearing some of y'all. I really was. Because I got to thinking, well, what are you doing in your own states that you came from? What did you do to help your own states where you came from while you came to Minnesota trying to make names for yourself? Because we know that's what you did. So anyway, like I said, it's my turn now. I don't want to hear all that stuff from 2020 and all you woke people. I'm not interested because I'm trying to figure out what you did. Because the only thing I see is a hair bill, right? I've been wearing fake hair, real hair, and all types of shit. So I'm trying to figure out what was it that was so important about that shit. I mean, I don't really, what else did you do? Because that burning up the streets and all that shit, talking about, George Floyd and all that, when there was a whole bunch of other black folks that died before that were, killed in the streets and all types of shit before him. So anyways, that really pisses me off. I'm just going to let you know. Really. I'm going to let you know how you all sat up here, got to promoting the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And again, going back to what I said, I did not see none of you out there cleaning up Lake Street like me and my sister were doing. Okay? Did not see not one of y'all. Not one. But then you want to be talking about the power and all this old other shit. So until you guys really are out here doing what you profess that you do, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't. I'm sorry. And for those of you who like to come to my page and challenge me, please don't. Because I'm from Minnesota. South Side, Minneapolis, okay? Listen. I've been hearing y'all good and long enough. I'm really tired of it. Really, I am. I'm so tired of it, you have no idea. Really, I am. So, anywho, I'm just looking at something coming into my phone. But anyways, I just want to say that because that was one of the things that irritated me about 2020. I heard more voices from other states. And I thought, who are y'all trying to make this better for? Yourselves? Get paid and make it better for you. And not the people that were actually here before you. Okay? That irritated my soul. You have no idea. None. Okay? Again, I'm from Minnesota. Born and raised South Side. Okay? So, please, that's one thing that pissed me off. I don't want to hear none of you, because again, really, I don't. Not unless you're doing something fucking positive. Really, I don't. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your voices. I really don't. I'm over it. I'm over it. I've heard more people from other states talking about Minnesota than Minnesotans. Really? How dare some of you? How dare you? How dare you? But you didn't bother to clean up your own shit that you left from. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't bother to do that, but you wanted to I'm not in Minnesota, but you wanted to come to Minnesota, make names for yourself, and then destroy our shit. That's what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It was so disrespectful. Just so disrespectful. I can't even... Every time I think about it, it pisses me off. I'm driving down the freeway and I'm like, oh my God, that was just so disrespectful. I can't even imagine going to somebody else's state or country and doing some of the shit that some of you guys did. I can't even imagine doing that. It was so fucking disrespectful. And you guys see I'm cussing because this is the other side of me that y'all don't see. Okay? It really irritated my soul. So have some respect, like I said in another video. Have some respect, because you didn't let Minnesotans talk, right? And then some Minnesotans wanted to, get in, try to get in where they fit in. You didn't fit in, okay? You didn't. You didn't fit in. And then some of you guys be talking about, oh, Minnesotans, black Minnesotans, and wooty-woo, and this and that and the third. Listen, black Minnesotans, some of us are some of the nicest people you ever meet. And then you guys sat up and wanted to talk about us. I mean, I heard somebody online trying to talk about us. Minneapolis, this, that, and the third. And I'm talking Minnesota, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, thinking to myself, you must have liked black Minnesotans. And you know why? Or any Minnesota, black, white, blue, and green Minnesotans. Because you brought yourself to Minnesota. So anyway, that's my rant for this Sunday. And I'm going to calm down. But that was on my mind as I was driving. I'm like, man, we have been so disrespected. So disrespected as Minnesotans. Really, we have. So, sometimes I'm not cheering for some of y'all. I'm just not. Because I'm thinking, and this is why I'm not, and I'm going to keep it 100, is because I'm feeling like, did y'all put all that energy where you came from? Because if you didn't, you're being a hypocrite. You really are. So you came here to make name for yourself, brought your bullshit with you when you came, but then you wanted to destroy what was already put in place. Why? If you're going to be here, make it better. Don't make it worse. There's no way and no how that I move to another state and try to destroy it. I would not. I would be trying to make it better, not worse. And there's a couple elected officials that I really want to call out, which I did. I called too. I called my cousin out, but they're not elected. They're appointed. But anyways, those two, my cousin, former chief of police for Minneapolis, and Chief Brian O'Hare, right? So, I'm just saying, stop it. Now I know that some of you guys, oh, she's not educated. She doesn't, what you talking about? Listen, I have done more jobs in the state of Minnesota and elsewhere that some of you all wouldn't do. Okay, that's how I know what I know. Okay, because I am actually one of them people that have been on the ground, still have been on the ground, right? And haven't made not an extra damn dime for doing the work that I do. Okay, because I just think it's necessary. So again, before you folks from other states get to hooping and hollering and patting your fucking selves on the back, give Minnesotans some damn respect, okay? Please do, because it really irritates my soul when you don't. But anyway, that's all I have to say. You guys have an awesome Sunday. I'm going to calm down and settle down. But yeah, I just wanted to, talk to you guys about some things because, I know some things, okay? I know some things. I know some of y'all don't like to give me the credit that I deserve, okay? I get it. I know. Because if you give me the credit that I deserve, then that'll take your fake ass shine. But anyway, because y'all think you know every damn thing, you don't, okay? And since you think you know everything, why don't you start cleaning some shit up around Minnesota? That's what you need to do. Okay, because all these parties and galas and all this old bullshit that some of y'all do, it's really fucking annoying. Because we see, excuse me, you guys are going to have a cold. Because we see that's not being done while y'all's giving yourselves parties and shit. But anyways, that's all for now. And, yeah. That's it. You guys have an awesome Sunday. And, yeah. Bye-bye.